Team losing many of its experienced players is Mary Person's high school football team. Head coach Brian Nelson talks with 41 NBC's Bill Shanks about the Bulldogs' upcoming season. Here's part 2 of his interview.
Well, last year the Mary Person's Bulldogs had one of the best defenses in the Middle Georgia area. They had 4 shutouts and also kept 6 opponents to less than 10 points. But a lot of those players are now gone. Brian Wilson, the head coach of the Mary Person's Bulldogs, here, and replacing those kids is going to be difficult, so you can't expect the same kind of results. It's just going to be a little bit more tough this year to expect that, isn't it?
Yeah, I think it will. We lost a lot of kids, but the bulk of that came on the defensive side, especially from leadership and experience. We're looking at replacing the whole secondary, and we had a defensive end that was a region player of the year that we're going to have to replace. But again, I think the overall theme is we just got kids that are excited for their opportunity, and they understand that expectations have been set on the defensive side of the ball, that's where we're going to try to win football games at, and I think those guys are ready for the opportunity.
You do have one player, junior Malik Herring, who a lot of colleges are already looking at. Does that help, having that kind of star player that maybe they can kind of rally around?
Yeah, I think it does help. He's a very good player. But again, on defensive especially, it's going to take 11 guys doing the right thing all the time to have a really, really good defense, and it's just not about one guy. So, he, along with those other 10 guys, or 11 or 12, or how many ever we decide that we're going to rotate, is pretty beneficial to us having a good defense.
Region 2 4A, how are you going to know where you fit in? Is it going to take you a month because of all the new players, Brian?
I think so, and we've talked about that there could be some bumps in the road early until we figure out what we're doing and where we're going, and get those guys some game experience. And there's a bunch of good teams in that region with a bunch of good players coming back, and it's a very difficult region, and you got to show up every Friday night and play, and that's why we play the games, and we'll see where we're at the end of it.
It's kind of a cliche, but with a team like yours, you kind of hope that you're better at the end than you were at the beginning.
That's what we're hoping for. Those guys will gain experience and feel more comfortable, and we'll kind of peak at the right time. But we'll see. It's exciting. It's interesting, and it's a very good region. We'll just see what happens.
One of the first games of the season, one of the best games of the year, is for Mary Persons on August the 28th against Jackson. That's always a lot of fun. Coach Nelson, thank you. Good luck to you this year.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Tomorrow on Coach's Corner, Jimmy Watts of Windsor Academy will talk about the Knights' upcoming football season.